The first thing I would advise students to do is to have a focus. You're going to need to ask people to help you in your job search. When you ask for a job, it's very difficult for someone to help you. When you have a focus, I know I want research, I know I want this specific career, this specific industry, I'm looking for a position in, you allow someone to start thinking, who do I know in those industries that I can connect this individual to? That's where your networking starts, once you have your focus. How do we network? Everybody that comes up to you and says, what are you going to do with your bachelor's degree, is your opportunity to say, I actually am looking for an entry-level position in XYZ. Do you have any people in that field or industry that you could connect me with for an informational interview? You're being proactive, you're being positive. Don't get caught up in, the economy is awful, how am I going to do this? Because then you're projecting negativity. No one wants to hire a negative person. Proactive and positive. Despite the economy, I'm still looking for a position in. I may settle for a position in, but I'm going to do everything I can to get to where I need to be. How can you help me do that? I'm willing to do informational interviews, to network with individuals, to learn from their experience. How can you help me do that? Students actually aren't able to make as many mistakes in a down economy, to be quite honest. So it starts with the basics. Does your resume have grammatical or spelling errors? Are your interviewing skills, have you not practiced? Don't walk in entitled, I paid this much for my education, I have a degree in this, therefore sure I should start at the CFO level. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Be that student who's willing to do the jobs outside of the job they've been assigned to do, to work those long hours. That's going to get you noticed, that's going to get you referred to others, and that's what you want to do. No one is going to hand you a job. Know that you're there to impress them, to convey your skills and you're fit for that job, to convince that employer that you're the person for it. I see some very hardworking students, some very proactive students who are doing everything, and what I tell them is keep doing it, stay optimistic, you just are waiting for that break. However, there are other students who are waiting for it to be handed to them, and that's not going to necessarily happen unless you do have really great connections where you can get handed something. But often, even when you're handed a job, you still need to prove yourself in that job. They can take you out of it as quickly as they put you into it if you're not performing. Every senior who's searching for a job should set up a professional LinkedIn profile. If you don't know how, there's a tutorial on how to do that on the LinkedIn site. It is professional networking, not social networking, and there's a big difference. And within that LinkedIn site, you can connect with PC alumni to ask for informational interviews. You can look at job postings. You can look at companies. They have LinkedIn sites. You can go on Twitter to look for jobs. You can follow companies and people at those companies that you want to be at. So when you walk into an interview, you're very prepared because you know so much about that company already. You may even be able to link to people at those companies and somehow, whether it's events they're having, nonprofit events, community service events, and connect with them that way by attending those events. Don't forget to attend the alumni events. The PC Alumni Network is at your disposal, but you have to do that outreach to connect with those people either through events, through LinkedIn, through email, whatever it is, but you have to take advantage of those opportunities.